All right, so I turned a low-performing post into a viral lead magnet post that got us over 100 plus leads. This also helped us to book 9 meetings, in the past 4 days after 5 simple tweaks that I'm going to show you in this video. Basically, I made this experiment with these 2 posts. So the first post got us, I believe, like 2,000 impressions, 19 comments, 20 likes, Second post got 38,000 impressions, I believe, 36,000 impressions, over 400 plus comments, a bunch of likes and a bunch of leads generated in this case. And guess what? We're still going to book many more leads from this post in the coming days. So yeah, so stick around to the end so that way I'll show you like the 5 tweaks, that basically allowed us to do so. But quickly before I actually go over this, just wanted to let you know that I'm going to work with a small group of business owners, coaches, consultants, who've basically been struggling to like generate leads consistently, not just regular leads, but warmer leads who are ready to buy, So if you have been like struggling with this, you're looking to get a consistent process so that we can generate leads, I'd love to see if we can help. So you can basically like go down below. There's going to be a calendar for you to be able to like book a call. We're starting this group next month. So basically you have to apply now in order for you to see if you qualify. Cool. That's pretty much it. Let's dive in. And yeah, let's actually break down these 5 steps. Let's start with step 1, which is the hook optimization. So that's the first thing that we literally that I had to redo, because ultimately the thing that stops someone from scrolling is the hook. That's the first thing that they see. So that's why you want to optimize it. This hook is saying 1 LinkedIn post got me 10,000 impressions, 5 meeting books, and 37 in pipeline thanks to Lara Costa's viral framework. It's not bad because I've tested out this hook in other posts and it works. But in this case, it didn't have that wow factor, that made people stop on the track in this case. So what I did instead is I was like, okay, cool. So let me actually have a wow factor. That's what makes people stop. So the wow factor in this case is I stole Lara Costa's slave framework. By saying that you steal something is controversial. It's like a crime to steal. Therefore, people are like, he stole from this person, So it made people actually stop. Again, as I said, your post needs to generate dopamine in this case. If your post doesn't necessarily generate dopamine, people are not gonna stop, and then from there read your post. So yeah, so I stole Lara Costa's slave framework, and in this case, as you can see, instead of saying the viral framework, I made it more specific to her framework, because slay is when people see this, they're like, okay, what's slay, Because most people don't know what it is, right? It's a framework that she's using. It's a proprietary method. And in this case, I leveraged that in order to make people stop in this case. So I stole Lara Costa's slave framework and booked 5 inbound meetings, Instead of saying I booked 5 meetings, I made it more specific. And I was like, we booked 5 inbound meetings in 1 day, made the 1 day, because in this case, it was 1 LinkedIn post got me 10,000 impressions, 5 LinkedIn books, and 37 in pipeline. It can literally be in a month. It could be in a year. People don't know, So making it more specific as well, made people stop again. And at the end, generating 37,000 in pipeline, still having that wow factor by showcasing numbers. The best hooks typically includes some sort of number because people like numbers, It's okay, 5 steps to do this. 6, most likely you're watching this post because you were attracted by a hook that I've done, and yeah. Cool. So that's basically step number 1, which was to basically optimize the hook. It's so key, Please, if you post on LinkedIn, just make sure that you have your hook because it is what's going to allow people to stop and then from there read your post. Cool. Step 2 is basically leveraging mini hooks. So a mini hook is basically each phrase that you have into your post should be a mini hook. So essentially, you structure the post in a way that each phrase could literally be the hook and could be at the top. In this case, it could stop them from actually scrolling. In this case, that's how you go from a post that has 10,000 impressions, which is not bad, to a post that essentially get you 37,000 plus impressions, a bunch of meeting books, and a bunch of leads generated in this case. So yeah. So in this case, as you can see, I'm giving away the 5 secret hacks that blew up my post for free. versus I'm giving away the exact post I used to get 150 plus likes, the profile hack that got us 5+ meetings after posting it. It's okay, it's not bad, but in this case, I'm giving away the 5 secrets hacks that blew up my post for free, So essentially, there's that wow factor again. And as you can see, like, you can take a screenshot or read it out, but essentially, like, each phrases is structured in a way that it makes people want to continue and read the next line, That's what differentiate like a post like this to a post like this, even though it's like almost the same thing. I had to like put more work into like really structuring the post better. Cool. So that's number 2. Number 3, the text structure. So let's actually zoom out and look at the difference. This one is a lot more compact, and this one is a lot more like, I had it more space, it's larger. And in this case, like the way that I even structured the phrases, this one is more appealing to read. Because like when people are on their phones, or on the computer, basically like the way that your text is structured will impact how much time they spend reading your actual post in this case. So as you can see, like this one post got me 10,000 impressions, 5 minutes. Okay, cool. I'm giving away the exact post, and it's not like compact. It's fragmented. It doesn't make me want to like read this. So in order for me to improve this, I was like, okay, cool. So let me actually make it like a lot shorter. So that way, straight to the point. I've actually noticed that like most people that do on LinkedIn structure their posts, like this. And on top of that, I try to make the phrases, not too long. So in the 2 posts, you'll see that like the phrases are not long at all, So yeah, but this post has like a better structure. It should be appealing to read. So there's multiple frameworks that you can use, for your post. You can either have a post that's like this. And it's like phrase, similar to this, so it's like stairs in this case. You can have a post that's like this, and this one works for us as well. So it's like boom, straight to the point, and it's like all the phrases are like within that, or you can have a post, these are like actually the 2 ones I like the most. It's either stairs or just having like a normal post with a normal thing right there. Also like reverse engineer people in your space. Like for example, you could go like literally like Lara Costa's profile and see how she structures like a post, it's going to give you like a good indication of what works for her. And since like people who are ahead of you have like more, they have the track record already. So it gives you a signal that you can do the same thing. So I have like a paper that's like flying around. Just putting this right there. Okay, should be good. Cool. So that's it. So that's basically step number 3, which is this text structure. From there, let me actually go back. Boom. Step number 4 is basically the visual hook. In your post, there's going to be 2 hooks. The first hook is this one. So the first one right there. The second hook is basically the image that you're going to use, in order for people to like, again, stop from scrolling. That's the visual hook. And most people like focus on the first hook, but don't focus on the visual hook. And that's why they don't see like necessarily like results of their posts, because their image doesn't encourage people to stop. So let me actually show you. So this was like the first one, I tested this for other posts and it works, but I was like, okay, so this one got me 2,000 impressions, but how can I make it better? So I literally tested out like a new framework. I was like, okay, cool. Let me actually zoom out, and let me actually take a screenshot of the actual, like my LinkedIn, the actual post, plus the landing page or the VSL that I've used, in order to convert people into leads, And guess what? Like it made people stop on their track, and we can argue that this one is a lot more appealing visually than this one. And at the same time, this one is, I believe, faster. So it goes like faster. So you can take the time to actually like read out what's in there, And in this case, like I'm adding a lot of like information. So the key to really having a good visual hook is like making it juicy. It needs to feel like, okay, what's in there? I need to find out, That's how you create dopamine with your visual hook, Really simple, but most people sleep on this and don't do it. All right. And finally, step number 5, which is the influencer hack. This is like the biggest one. If you're not leveraging the influencer hack, you're missing out. If you don't have like an audience right now, you should 1000% leverage this. The influencer hack is basically tagging relevant influencers into your post, so that way they can go ahead and comment. The difference between this post and this post is basically Lara Costa actually commented on this one, Therefore, she has over like 100,000 plus followers on LinkedIn. Therefore, it showed my post to her audience, and more people were able to like actually find my post, and discover my post in this case. So you could argue that like the reason why this post really blew up is because she commented on it, and I posted this one, I believe, on Friday, and I posted this one on Monday, so I was like, okay, I think that I can do better, because like the post is really good, the lead magnet is good, so I can like probably like make this better, That's why I implemented the 5 steps that I just gave you, and then from there, just improving the post shows the person that you're tagging, that you took the time to like really write something valuable, and if they see that the post is appealing, that they see that the post is good, they're a lot more likely to essentially like comment on your stuff, and say, hey, yes, I want it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm saying I want it because she requested the lead magnet as well, and yeah. That's pretty much it. These are like the 5 steps, that I use in order for me to optimize those 2 posts, Please implement this, because information is nothing without implementation, So again, as I told you, we basically have like our group that's starting pretty soon. So if you're looking to generate leads from your content with prospects who are ready to buy or warm, who are not going to like argue with you on the price, basically you can go ahead and go down below. There's going to be my calendar, and looking forward to chatting with you. Peace.